Assalamu alaikum everyone and a very good morning to all of you. How are you students? How things are with you? Hope all of you are doing well by the grace of Almighty Allah. Alhamdulillah. I am also doing well. So students, are you studying regularly? Are you doing your homework and assignments regularly? Hope all of you are doing it at a regular interval. Students, as all of you know that we can't meet in our school, so you have to be very careful about your study and you have to do your homework and assignment at your home regularly. Students, today I have come up with you with a new topic. I hope all of you will enjoy my today's video class. Me, Bibi Tanjina, Assistant Teacher of Milestone School and College, Mohammadpur branch, welcome you all to my today's online class. Thank you. Friends, as you know, I am Bibi Tanjina, your BGS teacher. I am Assistant Teacher of Milestone School and College, Mohammadpur branch. Today, I will take your BGS class. Thank you. So students, get ready with your copies and stationeries and don't forget to write your CW number as well as date in your copy. Today our discussion part is chapter 2 and the name of this chapter is Culture and Cultural Diversity of Bangladesh. Today we will discuss on this chapter. Before starting this chapter, I want to ask you some question answer from your previous lesson, which was SDG, means chapter 13. So can you tell me what does SDG stand for? Yes, SDG means Sustainable Development Goal. Our next question is, what is meant by gender equality? Gender equality means the equal rights for both men and women. You got it. So can you tell me what are the factors on which SDG depends? Yes, no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality, education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, etc. are the factors on which SDG depends. Now, can you tell me how many aims are there in quality education? Yes, you got the right answer. There are three aims in quality education. They are skill, knowledge and attitude. Now, can you tell me on which date SDG was declared? Yes, you got it. SDG was declared on 25 September 2015. Can you tell me where is zero hunger ensured? Yes, you got the correct answer. Zero hunger is ensured in SDG, means Sustainable Development Goal. By whom SDG was announced? Yes, you got it. SDG was announced by United Nations. Now, can you tell me how many nations, states were agreed on goals of SDG? Yes, 193 nation states were agreed on goals of SDG. Now, students, after the end of this class, you will be able to know to explain Bangladeshi culture in relation to various language religion, and community. You can describe the diversity of present and among different communities. You can be able to identify diverse culture mixture, and you can be able to describe rural culture of Bangladesh, and also you can explain culture oriented socio-economic life. This is the objective of the today's class. So students, can you tell me why we are different from others? Yes, you got it. We are different from others due to culture and cultural diversity. Now, the question is, what is culture? Culture is the characteristics and knowledge of a particular group of people encompassing language, religion, cuisine, social habits, music and arts, whereas culture consists of patterns explicit and implicit of and for behavior acquired and transmitted by symbols constituting the distinctive achievements of human groups including their embodiments in aircraft. That means culture is an umbrella term which encompasses the social behavior and norms found in human societies, as well as the knowledge, beliefs, arts, laws, customs, capabilities, and habits of the individuals in these groups. That means the essential core of culture consists of traditional ideas and especially their attached values. Culture systems may, on the other hand, be considered as the products of action, on the other hand, as conditioning influences upon further action. Now, what is cultural diversity? Cultural diversity is an environment with diverse cultures also inspires everyone within the society to make significant contribution to empower their cultural identity. That means cultural diversity is the existence of a variety of cultural groups within a society. Cultural groups can be shared by many different characteristics like culture, religion, ethnicity, language, nationality, sexual orientation, class, gender, age, disability, health differences, geographic location, and lots of other things. Now, the definition of cultural diversity. Cultural diversity is sometimes referred to as multiculturalism. It is a quality of diverse and many different cultures. Cultural diversity is a system that recognizes and respects the existence and presence of diverse groups of people within a society. The system values their socio-cultural differences and encourages each individual to celebrate it. Now we will discuss cultural diversity according to religion. We all know that religion plays a vital role in individuals' life as well as social life. Once upon a time, most people of this country were the worshippers of nature. But with the passage of time, there the religion of some old god goddess remained while some new were added. Besides worshipping the mighty forces of nature like sky, wind, sun, and moon, they also used to worship living elements of nature such as rivers, seas, trees, and etc. Now we can see the local devotional songs like mantras, tantras, lyrics, social stories which are persisted, the Vedic book of religion, and the Vedanta hymns written in Sanskrit were new additions. Now we can also see arts and craft practices such as making and decorating idols, ornamentation, and pata painting prevailed while prayer hymns, sacrifice rites also were prevalent. The Hindu religion also includes dance as one of its prayer rituals. Again, the heart and the first caste rules of Hinduism led the lower caste to be attracted to the message of fraternity of Islam. In this country, Islam was mainly preached by Sufis. The Muslim community also got enriched by the fortune seekers from Iran, Turkey, and Afghanistan during the Middle Ages. Over the decades, a huge Muslim community has developed in this country, however, sticking to the tradition of their agro-based rural ancestors. People from all communities contributed to the flourishing of our folk culture elements like Baal songs, Nokshikatha, etc. Again, there are Buddhist and Christian community in Bangladesh. The Buddhists are the followers of Gautam Buddha and they celebrate Bodh Purnima, where the Christians celebrate Christmas Day or Borodin. Different small ethnic groups and ethnic people also observe their own festivals throughout the year. Crossing the boundaries of such external differences, people of all religions, languages, occupations, and countries can live in perfect harmony if they are driven by humanitarian values. Cultural diversity according to language. Most people of Bangladesh are Bengalis. They speak Bangla language. Apart from that, there are also some inhabitants in Bangladesh whose language is not Bangla. The ethnic tribes belong to this group. The Chakmas, the Marmas, Garos, Khasias, Manipuris, Santhals all have their own languages. Thus, language also brings about cultural diversity in Bangladesh. Over the 1,000 years, people of various nations have come to this land. Their languages left influences on Bangla. That is why Bangla language contains evidence from many languages including Dravid, Aryan, Arabic, Persian and Sanskrit. Now, cultural diversity to ethnicity. Apart from religion and language, ethnicity also contributes to the cultural diversity. In Bangladesh, each religious tribe of the country has different rites and festivals. They also differ in respect of their lifestyle. Ethnicity refers to cultural features used to classify people into groups and categories. In some cases, ethnicity involves a loose group identity with few or no cultural traditions in common. That means each has some unique features in their food habit, clothing, marriage, ceremonies, and rules and rites. Thus, diverse cultural frames are created by ethnicity. Now we will discuss diverse culture mixture. Diverse culture mixture means different religious tribes of Bangladesh are unable to remain restricted to their separate cultural identity. One cannot limit culture within a particular tribe. Mixing happens in language, food, clothing, even religious rites. When two cultures continue alongside, one influences others. Thus, the culture of a religious tribe is influenced by another. The culture created through this mixing of elements available in Bangladesh is can be called Bangladeshi culture. As we know that there are both villages and towns in Bangladesh. Once Bangladesh used to be a large village. Agriculture was the main source of our country. Then rural people are engaged in various professions. Like they were engaged in different kinds of activities like tailors, boatmen, blacksmiths, fishermen, farmers, village doctors, snake charmers, exorcists, teachers, businessmen, imams, and other clergymen. Now we can see that the village people are very much influenced by the urban people. But there are two types of rural culture of Bangladesh. One is socio-economic life based and another is festivals and recreational patterns. Now, socio-economic life of rural people. Rural life is chiefly oriented with agriculture. Some people have their own fields, they run their lives consuming their harvest and selling the surplus in the market. Those who do not own fields earn their livelihood working in others' fields. Their lives are also agriculture oriented. Earlier, people used to plow their lands with cows. Irrigation used to be done manually. But nowadays, the scenario has been changed. Now, besides plow and plow, there are tractors and power tillers to plow the land. Shallow machines are there to irrigate lands. These developments are increasing communication with towns and cities, and urban culture is gaining influences on rural culture. Again, once villagers used to wear simple dresses, males used to work in their fields with lungis only or at best vests or futwas on top. But with the change of time, their clothes in festivals were pajamas, Punjabi or shirts. We can also see that in accordance with religion availability with of raw materials, villagers are earlier used to live in clay huts where now they used to make their house with wood, bamboo and with tall grass roofing. Again, now thatched tin roofing and brick buildings are also available in villages. Once, the villagers used to move on foot for communication. In some areas, there were bullock carts. Boat was the communication mean during the monsoon. Now that roads had been constructed, rickshaw and motor vehicles ply them. Boats now are modified with engines. Majority of population in Bangladesh are Muslims. They follow by Hindus, Buddhists and Christians. Rural areas they observe their respective religion and live in harmony. Festivals and recreation in rural life. In rural life, the village people of our country have been observing different kinds of festivals for ages. People of all religions participate in some of them and some are of a particular religion. বৈশাখী মেলা, নবান্ন উৎসব, হালখাতা উৎসব, boat race, marriage ceremonies, etc. are participated by all people. Earlier, we can see Jatra, Palagan, Kobigan were made in rural areas as recreation. Although they are not lost yet, but they are not that frequent now. The Muslims observe Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha, Shabe Barat, Eid Milad-an-Nabi, etc., where the Hindus celebrate various pujas, worshipping like Durga Puja, Lakshmi Puja, Kali Puja, Saraswati Puja, Dol Purnima, Rash, and Rath Jatra, etc. There are also many rituals among the Hindus. The Buddhists celebrate various festivals including Buddha Purnima, and similarly we can see the Christians observe the Christmas alongside other customs of the religion. So my dear students, now I will discuss you some related question answer up to this topic. So my first question is for you, what is culture and what do you mean by cultural diversity? As I discussed before, culture is an umbrella term which encompasses the social behavior and norms found in human societies as well as the knowledge, belief, arts, laws, customs, capabilities, and habits of the individuals. And cultural diversity is the existence of a variety of cultural groups within a society. Here you can discuss about the definition and what are the cultural groups that can share many different characteristics. Here you have to add culture, region, ethnicity, language, nationality, etc. That are the some example of cultural diversity. Now the next question is, what kind of influence does religion have in our life and culture? As all of you know that religion plays a vital role in individuals' life as well as social life. So here you have to discuss how the religion have influence in the rural life and culture and urban culture. That means how the religion of Muslim, Hindus, Buddhists, and Christians have influenced our life and culture. What are the religions that the Muslim celebrated? What are the festivals that the Hindus celebrated? And what are the festivals as Buddhists and the Christians celebrated? Next question is, how the Muslim culture developed in Bangladesh. Here you can add how the Muslim culture flourished in our country. As you know, in our country, the Muslim has come during the Mughal Amul and it was praised by the Sufis. The Muslim commonly got enriched by the fortune seekers from Iran, Turkey, and Afghanistan during the Middle Ages. And over the centuries, a huge Muslim community has risen in this country. The Muslims have two religions, that is Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha. My next question is, you have to present the influence of language over our culture. We all know that most of the people of Bangladesh speak in Bangla language, and apart from that, there are also some inhabitants in Bangladesh whose language is not Bangla. So you have to describe the different ethnic tribes belong to this group like Chakma, Marmas, Garos, Khasias, etc. and how their language is different and in from Bangla language and how their language brings about cultural diversity in Bangladesh. Next question is, you have to describe diverse cultures based on ethnicity of Bangladesh. Here you will discuss how ethnicity put contribution to the cultural diversity in Bangladesh and how they differ in respect of their lifestyle from the lifestyle of Bengalis and their unique features of food habit, clothing, marriage ceremonies and rules and rates which are different from our culture. Our next question is, what do you mean by rural culture? Here you have to give the definition of rural culture. That means, what is rural culture? The culture that you can see in rural people, among rural people, is called rural culture. That means the rural people, whatever they do, whatever they think, belong to their culture. Next, you have to provide the different reason that why people divert from rural culture to urban culture. Here you have to describe how the rural people divert from their culture to urban culture. With the influence of today's culture, the rural people are becoming adapted with urban culture. That means they now you can see them to wear shirts and pajamas instead of lungis. Now the rural people wear among female, they wear saris, salwar kameez, which was not seen previously. Now the question is, how many types of rural culture are there? As you know, there are two types of rural culture are there. They are the socio-economic life based and another is festivals and recreational based. Now the question is, you have to identify the socio-economic life oriented cultures of rural areas. In this section, you have to describe how the urban culture is different from rural culture, and rural people care about their neighbors, means they get together in festivals and other programs. That is why the social bonding is very strong among the rural people. We all know that most of the rural people are farmers, but some of them are rickshaw pullers, van drivers and pushcart peddlers, and other are different day laborers. Now, the question is, describe the rural culture in respect to of festivals and recreations. Here you have to describe the different festivals and recreational area like Poila Boishak or Boishaki Mela, Navanno Utsav, Halkata means opening of new accounts book, and other different festivals of rural people. You can also mention the Palagan, Jatragan, Kobigan as rhythm Jatra, which was not common today but they were frequent in previous years. Students, so have you understood our today's topic properly? I hope all of you have understood it very well. So can I take your feedback now? Very good. Can you tell me what is culture? Good. Can you tell me what do you mean by cultural diversity? That's very good. You got it. Now can you tell me who are our minor ethnicity groups? Yes, student. Now tell me what is rural culture? Very good. Now tell me how many types of rural cultures are there? Very good. Now next question is, what are the professions found in rural areas? Yes, you got it. Now tell me, in which period was Muslim society expanded? Very good. Can you tell me who celebrate the Buddha Purnima? Absolutely correct. Tell me, what is Bangladeshi culture? Very good. Marvelous. Okay. So students, now I will discuss you the answer of my feedback question answer. Those who didn't tell it properly and didn't understand, you can have your answer from this. Answer of the first question. Culture is the patterns of learned and shared behavior and beliefs of a particular social, ethnic, or age group. Answer to the next question. Cultural diversity is the cultural variety and cultural differences that exist in the world, a society, or a institution. Answer to my third number question is the Chakma, Marma, Garos, Khasias are our minor ethnicity group. Now, answer to the next question is rural people are engaged in various professions. Their behavioral pattern, creativity, roles, etc. determine the rural culture. Answer to my next question is two types of rural culture of Bangladesh we can see. One is socio-economic life based and another is festivals and recreational patterns. Answer to my next question is some mentionable and professionals artisans of village areas are farmers, fishermen, blacksmiths, porters, boatmen, tailors, village doctors, teachers, businessmen, and other clergymen. Now, answer to my next question is Muslim society was expanded during the Middle Ages. Answer to the next question is Buddhists celebrate the Buddha Purnima. Answer to my last question is the culture created through this mixing of elements available in Bangladesh can be called Bangladeshi culture. So students, I hope all of you have understood our today's topic. So quickly write your homework. Today your homework is to learn the given RQ, that means related question. My dear students, I hope today all of you have understood today's topic and you have enjoyed my today's video class. Thanks for being patient and listening to this video class. Thank you all. Be safe and stay safe.